Alright, so Cursed Giant Eiberg tier 10. This one is actually pretty straightforward. I'm gonna give you some tips. So here's the build that I'm using on Jinwoo, Radiru family longbow, a really strong holy element weapon, paired with the Plum Sword's amplifying draw at A3. This one's a really strong bow. If you haven't tried this yet, just check it out. I won't be explaining this anymore in this video because we've already tackled this a lot in the past videos, and it's pretty straightforward anyway. You want to have an A1 at least here, but of course higher advancements will be better and stronger. Okay, so as long as you have A3 Plum plus this one, any holy element, whether POD or chapter 18, you're gonna be able to finish them much easier as compared to other elements. Okay, so since this dungeon is a 2-element weakness dungeon, light and fire, you can actually use both light and fire weapons. So I can only share you what I have already tried, and this one's really strong. Made everything so much easier for that dungeon. So for my skills, I use the armor break decimation for more damage, but there are other damage skills that you might want to try as well. I just like this because there's a 50% critical hit damage and it's almighty break. And then you can also try this one for the heavy break and additional increase against enemies with their elemental weakness. And so what I did is to use this one and the ascension break from the crushing blow. And the reason why I did that is because I don't want to mess with the 2 towers that are appearing at 70% HP, because drains mana and one of it will heal the target. So what I love to do is to be able to prepare my ult before I go to the 70% mark. So I'm trying to control the HP, but you can of course try to break it one by one, and for that I highly recommend that you get your, if you're struggling, okay, if you have weaker progression and if it's taking a long time before you destroy the towers, you can actually use this blessing stone that recovers your mana and increase your MP. But this is optional. The only thing that I think is gonna be like would make your life easier in that particular dungeon is this. I don't think I can ever play that without this, because the enemy's movement is so abrupt and so spontaneous, and attack patterns are very fast. So with this one, I can spam my dodge. I don't have to like perfect the dodging. I can just spam it, and I would still have enough dashes for my amplifying draw to deal damage using these skills and my weapons as well. The others are really optional depending on what you have. I think this one's really the one, in my opinion, personally, that I won't be able to remove, because I tried playing that without this. Really difficult. And so for this one, just pure attack, like everything is really straightforward. So I used my Burning Curse set here, and the reason is that it's just a quick fight and I want to get enough total power, because the total power that you kind of want to have there is, this is 690, 500, so 85% to remove that penalty. But I think even if you have penalty here, as long as you have that Plum plus Radiru longbow, you'll be able to finish this pretty much, as long as your characters have proper builds. So 586k. So this lineup has a 588k, so just enough to be able to get out of the red zone. So this one is quite easy. It's soft. It's not like a super DPS check. As long as you have your Radiru family's longbow, then you're pretty much gonna be safe. I'm not sure about the other weapons. Haven't tried them yet. Can only share this, and I do hope that you already have one. Since this is just an SR bow anyway, at least A1, I think that's gonna be fine already. So just practice the movements, and just remember that 70% HP, the towers, just destroy them as fast as you can. And then at around 30% or 35% or 40%, it's gonna berserk. It's pretty easy to dodge, and then you can continue killing it